service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringban, we got you covered. Digicel, better together.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good morning with your morning newscast on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. The United Nations Development Programme, in its 2022 Human Development Report, has found that 38.8% of Guyanese citizens are intensely deprived. The report is titled Uncertain Times, Unsettled Lives, Shaping Our Future in a Transforming World. Notably, the report said Guyana's Human Development Index, or HDI, value for 2021 is 0.714, which put the country in the high human development category, positioning it at 108 out of 191 countries and territories. Also, between 1990 and 2021, Guyana's HDI value changed from 0.509 to 0.714, a change of 40.3%. In 2021, the year under review, Guyana's Human Development Index dropped from the previous year. It declined from 0.721 in 2020 to 0.714 in 2021. Delving further into the specifics of the country's performance, we found that 38.8% of the population was intensely deprived. Meanwhile, Trinidadian energy strategist Anthony Paul believes it would be in the nation's best interest to build up its capabilities in the petroleum sector for independent assessments and reviews so that it can guard against over-reliance on oil companies' data and their interpretation of it. Paul said it is critical that Guyana arms itself with experts who can provide independent analysis of data provided by ExxonMobil affiliates and any other oil company operating offshore. He said the country must have the capabilities to be able to properly interrogate what is presented by companies, adding that such skill sets would be beneficial when the country is ready to craft an oil and gas master plan later on. Paul was keen to note as well that independent assessments are crucial for Guyanese to be able to ascertain if they are being presented with the best field development plans for the extraction and production of its hydrocarbon resources. And Mr. Paul gave his thoughts on the current state of the local oil and gas sector. Among the many things he warned about was that Guyana needs to speak in one voice to show harmony in the development of its oil resources, and most importantly for the protection of revenue garnered from the lucrative commodity. He said that people will have their political party loyalty, but added that there is one Guyana and therefore urged that politicians think about the areas of the sector where they can agree and focus on rather than focusing on the areas where they don't agree. Ultimately, the aim of the government and the opposition, he noted, is to ensure that the country maximizes its oil profits while maintaining the safety of its environment. Meanwhile, with an estimated inflation rate of 4.9% recorded at half-year, surpassing the year-end prediction of 4.1%, the APNU-AFC opposition believes that the PPPC government must respond in a comprehensive manner that allows all consumers to feel relief from the prevailing high cost of living. During a press conference on Tuesday, the Economic and Youth Policy Advisor to the Leader of the Opposition, Elson Lowe, highlighted that the recently released mid-year report indicates that Guyana's first oil-based budget falls short of its projections, with the wider population yet to receive assistance to cushion the rising inflation rates. He went on to say that a salary increase of no less than 25% should be instituted for public servants, as a fraction would amount to little or no impact on their spending power. He was keen to point out that none of the measures in the 2022 budget has worked. And in other news, former Permanent Secretary with the Amerindian Affairs, 42-year-old Sharon Hicks was on Friday freed from a corruption charge after she was reportedly caught red-handed some 10 months ago collecting a kickback to sign off invoices for a contractor. Hicks was able to walk free from the charge after a key witness in the court matter against her refused to testify. As a result, the presiding magistrate was left with no option but to dismiss the case. Hicks was arrested on October 2021 by detectives after she was busted in a sting operation collecting bribe money from a contractor at her Kwamina and Thomas Street's South Cummingsburg office. And to wrap things up this morning, of the 16,223 candidates who registered for this year's National Grade 6 assessment, 3 pupils, Jonathan Gomes, Angelica Sabrian, and Newell Bancroft, were named the country's top performers. According to the Minister of Education, Priya Manik Chand, Gomes and Giselle of Giselle Education Institute, located in Georgetown, Sabrian of Cumberland Primary School in Region 6, and Bancroft of Annandale Primary on the east coast of Demerara, all tied for first place with 518 marks and have acquired a space at Queen's College. Also placed at Queen's College were Eliana Ganpat of Mace Under 12, Sierra Prescott of Westfield Prep, and J. Sean Manram of Grams Hall Primary, who shared the 4th position with 517 marks. And that brings us to the end of this morning's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Kaieteur Radio, keeping you informed.
Demerara and Essequibo 99.1 FM.
Burby's 99.5 FM. Kaieteur Radio.